Professionals are objecting to this proposed Sri Lanka-India free trade agreement. But I'm sure you may have a different opinion as an entrepreneur.
India can export anything to this country. We don't have restrictions. But India has put in a restriction where we only can import about 8 million pieces of garments into the country. That is absolutely a very, very small amount, because that amount can be only taken in by the couple of big companies in this country. When that happens, smaller entities does not have any ability or any way of getting into the Indian market. So that becomes a huge disadvantage for us. So what they have done is they are totally protected their industry, and they have only given us a small revenue. So that revenue of 8 million pieces only would be within this substance amount what they are requesting. Now with the FTA with even Thailand, it is the same scenario, because Thailand is also a huge manufacturing industry with garment industry. So this will become a dumping point. Even China, all these agreements are good, but it has to work. You know, both parties have to have the same sort of exposure. If they are importing, we'll say for example 200 million USD into the country, we also should have the same ability of sending back. But that is never the case. The government does not believe in equality. How we sign the agreement should be looked into. This is where things have gone wrong with this country, and that is what keep going wrong.
To talk about agreements, it's actually very positive to have trade agreements for a country. But how much that we can get into our country as an advantage is what we have to look at. So what we propose is that country should have a policy. That policy should be very transparent. Should be participatory. It should be dynamic. Thereby, the nation can benefit.
We need to integrate as a country with the world economy, not just in terms of the goods sector, but also services. Those of us who after this facing this crisis, most of our workers go abroad for working abroad. Now say that they close the door, where we go? If they close door, then we are not able to move to such places. So closing gates is not certainly the way forward. That we need to understand in this globalized world. Okay, we ask to close gates because we want to simply protect our market, our demand for our services. So by doing so, I think we do a bigger harm than any benefit to the economy. So I think this we need to understand well.
We can't look at our country as a single entity. There will always be influences from other countries, big powers. How are you planning to face such threats?
So the moment if you build this kind of nation with such entrepreneurially driven nation, motivated people, and people are together towards a shared dream, and it is not very easy for anyone to come and put pressure on a country, whether big or small. So it is not the size of a nation. It is not the size of a country. It is the power of the people. How much powerful these people are.